My friends, I want to tell you today that you are not here by accident. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. There is a divine purpose behind every moment, behind every step you take, behind every hardship you face. God has a plan for your life, and He is about to open a new door for you. Some of you may be struggling right now. You may be going through a season of uncertainty, a time when you feel like everything is working against you. You've been praying, you've been hoping, you've been waiting for a breakthrough, but it hasn't come yet. You're wondering, God, have you forgotten me? Have you left me in this valley all alone? But I am here to tell you today, God has not forgotten you. He sees you. He knows what you are going through. And He is about to do something in your life that you never expected. You see, in our limited human understanding, we often look at closed doors as rejection. We see delay as denial. We see hardship as punishment. But let me tell you something. When God closes a door, He is not rejecting you. He is redirecting you. He delays something, it is because He is preparing something better for you. When you go through hardship, it is not because He has abandoned you, but because He is strengthening you for what is coming next. The Bible tells us in Revelation 3:8, I have set before you an open door which no man can shut. When God opens a door, no man, no enemy, no circumstance, no situation can close it when He decides that it is your time to step into something new. Nothing in this world can stop it, but here's the key. When God opens the door, you have to have the faith to walk through it. Too often we allow fear to hold us back. We see the door open, but we hesitate. We wonder, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I step out and it doesn't work? But let me remind you, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When He calls you, He equips you. When He leads you, He provides for you. All He asks is that you trust Him. Look at the story of Joseph. Here was a man who had a dream from God, but everything in his life seemed to go in the opposite direction. His own brothers betrayed him, threw him into a pit, and sold him into slavery. He was falsely accused and thrown into prison year after year. It seemed like the door to his destiny was closing. But what Joseph didn't know was that every trial, every hardship, every tear was preparing him for something greater. And one day, in the blink of an eye, God opened a door that no man could shut. Joseph went from the prison to the palace. He became second in command over all of Egypt. Why? Because God had a plan all along. Maybe today you feel like Joseph. Maybe you feel like you are stuck in a pit, betrayed, abandoned, forgotten. Maybe you feel like you are in a prison waiting, wondering when your time will come. But I want you to hold on to this truth. God has not forgotten you. He is working behind the scenes. And when the time is right, He will open a door that no one can close. The enemy wants you to give up. He wants you to believe that it's over. He wants you to believe that you will never see that breakthrough. Never. Walk through that open door, but the devil is a liar. The same God who parted the Red Sea, the same God who brought down the walls of Jericho, the same God who raised Jesus from the dead, is the same God who is working in your life right now. You may not see it yet, but faith is believing before you see. Faith is trusting when you don't understand. Faith is praising God even in the way waiting. You see, sometimes God will keep a door closed until your heart is ready. He is not just interested in blessing you. He is interested in shaping you. He is preparing you for the place He is taking you. Because the truth is, sometimes the greatest blessings come in disguise. What looks like a setback is actually a setup. What looks like rejection is actually protection. What looks like a delay is actually God's perfect timing. Look at Moses. He thought his life was over after he fled Egypt. He spent 40 years in the wilderness, probably wondering if God could still use him. But at the right time, God opened a door He called Moses from the burning bush and sent him back to Egypt to deliver His people. And even when Pharaoh tried to resist, God made a way where there seemed to be no way. That is the God we serve. He makes a way when there is no way. He opens doors that no man can shut. He takes what the enemy meant for evil and turns it for good. And He is about to do that in your life. But let me tell you this, when God opens a door, don't hesitate. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let doubt hold you back. When Peter saw Jesus walking on the water, he had the opportunity to step out of the boat, and when he did, he walked on water. But the moment he took his eyes off Jesus and focused on the wind and the waves, he began to sink. Don't let fear cause you to miss what God has for you. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep your faith strong. Keep trusting, even when you don't see the whole picture. Because when the door opens, you must be ready to step through it. Some of you, God is calling you to something greater. Maybe He is calling you into ministry. Maybe He is calling you to start a business. Maybe He is calling you to step into a new relationship, a new city, a new opportunity, but you've been holding back. You've been waiting for everything to make sense before you move. But faith doesn't work that way. Faith is stepping out before you see the whole picture. Faith is trusting God when you don't know all the details. Abraham didn't know where he was going when God called him, but he obeyed. And God blessed him beyond anything he could have imagined. If you will trust God today, if you will step out in faith, if you will believe that He is opening a new door for you, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So today I want you to receive this word. This is not an accident. You are not here by mistake. God is speaking to you right now. He is telling you to get ready. He is telling you that the season of waiting is coming to an end. He is telling you that the door you have been praying for is about to open. But here is my question. Will you have the faith to walk through it? Will you trust Him even when it doesn't make sense? Will you step out even when you don't have all the answers? Because if you do, you will see God move in ways you never imagined. You will see His favor, His blessing, His provision in ways that will leave you. And all my friends, when God moves, He moves in ways beyond our understanding. His timing is never too early, never too late. It is always perfect. You may be in a season of waiting, and waiting can be difficult. Waiting can test your faith. It can make you question if the promise is still coming, if the door will ever open. But I want you to know that God is never idle. He is never distant, even in your waiting. He is working even when you don't see it. He is making a way. Think about Noah. God told him to build an ark when there was no rain, no storm in sight. Can you imagine the doubt, the ridicule, the questions he must have faced year after year? He built that ark, trusting in the promise of God. And then one day, the rain came, and the door to the ark was shut by the hand of God Himself. Noah was saved because he had the faith to obey, even when nothing made sense. Some of you, God has been telling you to build. He has been telling you to prepare, but you're looking at your circumstances and you don't see the rain. Let me tell you, keep building. Keep trusting, because when the time is right, God will move suddenly, and that door will open in a way that no one can stop. Sometimes the delay is because God is aligning things in the spiritual realm before they manifest in the physical. Daniel prayed for an answer, and for 21 days he saw no breakthrough, but what he didn't know was that from the moment he prayed, God had already sent the answer. The angel was on the way, but there was a battle in the heavenly realms. Many times the answer is already released. The breakthrough is already coming, but the enemy is trying to delay it. That is why you must keep praying. Keep believing. Keep declaring the promises of God over your life. Don't give up too soon. The door is already opening. The enemy cannot stop what God has ordained. Some of you feel stuck. You feel like you're walking in faith. You have to trust him. You have to believe that he will make a way. And let me tell you, when that door opens, when God brings you into the new season, don't forget to give him the glory. Don't forget to thank him. Too often we cry out to God in the struggle, but when the blessing comes, we forget who made it possible. We forget who opened the door. But let me remind you, everything you have, everything you will walk into, every blessing, every opportunity, every breakthrough is because of his grace. It's not by your strength, not by your power, by his Spirit. That is why we must stay humble. That is why we must remain faithful. Because the open door is not just about you. It's about the lives you will impact. It's about the people who will see God's power through your testimony. It's about bringing glory to the one who made a way when there was no way. So today, if you're tired, if you're weary, if you're wondering when your time will come, I want to encourage you, hold on, keep believing, keep trusting, because God is about to do something in your life that will leave you in awe. The door is about to open. The opportunity is about to come. The breakthrough is on its way. Don't give up. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let doubt hold you back, because when God moves, nothing can stand in his way. And he is about to move in your life in a way that will exceed all your expectations, my friend. I want you to understand that when God opens a door, it is not just for your benefit, but for his glory. He opens doors so that his plans can be fulfilled in your life, so that others can see his power, and so that you can step into the purpose for which you were created. There is no such thing as coincidence when it comes to the things of God. Every step, every delay, every closed door, and every new opportunity is part of a divine strategy. Some of you have been in a season where every door seems to be shutting. You've tried one thing after another and nothing has worked. You've knocked, you've prayed, you've waited, but the answer has not come. I want you to take heart, because a closed door is not the end of the story. Sometimes a closed door is God's greatest protection over your life. He is keeping you from something that is not his best for you. He is redirecting you because he has something greater ahead. Think about Paul. He had a heart to spread the gospel. He wanted to go into Asia, but the Holy Spirit prevented him. He could have been frustrated. He could have forced his own way, but instead, he trusted God's direction. And because of that, he was led to Macedonia, where he met Lydia, where the gospel began to spread in Europe, and where God's plan was fulfilled in a way that Paul never expected. If Paul had gone through the door he wanted, he would have missed the greater door that God was open. Sometimes we get so focused on what we think is best that we resist God's redirection. We keep trying to force our way into doors that God has already closed. But I want you to hear me today. When God closes a door, don't stand there banging on it trying to pry it open. Turn your eyes forward, because a better door is ahead. Amen. Greater opportunity is coming. And when God opens that door, no man can shut it. You might be saying, but I've been waiting so long. I've been praying for years. I've been believing, but nothing has changed, my friend. Waiting time is not wasted time. God is not just preparing the blessing for you. He is preparing you for the blessing. He is building your faith. He is shaping your character. He is making sure that when the door opens, you will be ready to walk through it and handle the blessing he has prepared. Look, at David, he was anointed king as a young shepherd boy, but he did not step into the throne immediately. Instead, he spent years in the wilderness. He faced giants. He ran from Saul. He lived in caves. But every battle, every hardship, every lonely night was preparing him for the day when he would walk through the door God had for him. And when that moment came, he was ready. He was not just a boy with a calling. He was a man who had been tested, refined, and strengthened. Maybe you are in a refining season right now. Maybe you are facing battles that you do not understand. Maybe you are wondering why God is allowing certain struggles in your life. But I want to remind you, gold is purified in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Warriors are trained in battle. And before you step into the new door, God is making sure you are strong enough to stand in it. I want you to think about the children of Israel. God had promised them the land of Canaan. The land was already theirs, but they still had to fight for it. They still had to march around Jericho. They still had to go into battle. Sometimes God will open a door, but he will require you to step out in faith to possess it. The enemy will try to scare you away. He will try to discourage you, but if God has said the door is yours, no enemy can keep you out. You just have to be willing to step forward, even when you feel afraid. When Joshua and the Israelites stood at the edge of the Jordan River, it was at flood stage. There was no way to cross. But God told the priests to step into the water. And the moment they did, the river parted. If they had waited for the water to split first, they would have never crossed. They had to step first. And then the miracle happened. Some of you are waiting for everything to be perfect before you move. You are waiting for every question to be answered, for every fear to disappear, for every obstacle to be removed. But faith does not work that way. Faith is stepping out while the waters are still raging, believing that as you move, God will make a way. God has a way of opening doors in the most unexpected ways. Look at Ruth. She had lost everything. She had every reason to give up, to go back to her old life, to believe that her best days were behind her. But instead, she chose to stay faithful. She chose to follow Naomi, to trust in the God of Israel. And one day she found herself gleaning in the field of Boaz. What she thought was just another ordinary day was actually the beginning of a divine setup. Boaz noticed her favor was placed upon her, and that open door led her into a destiny she never could have imagined. She became the great-grandmother of King David and part of the lineage of Jesus Christ. You never know when your breakthrough is coming. You never know when the door is going to open. That is why you must remain faithful. You must keep showing up. You must keep doing what God has called you to do, even when you don't see the results yet. Because when the time is right, when God says now, everything will change in an instant. Think about Peter. He had been fishing all night and caught nothing. He was exhausted, frustrated, ready to give up. But then Jesus told him, throw your net on the other side. Peter could have argued. He could have said, Lord, I already tried that. I've been at this all night. It's not working. But instead he obeyed. And in one moment, his nets were overflowing with fish. One word from Jesus, one act of obedience, and everything changed. Some of you are one step away from your breakthrough. You are one act of obedience away from the open door. But if you give up now, if you let discouragement win, you will miss what God has for you. That is why you must keep believing, keep trusting, keep pressing forward. God has already gone before you. He has already prepared the way. He has already lined up the right people, the right opportunities, the right moments. But you have to be willing to move when He says move. You have to be willing to trust even when it doesn't make sense. And when that door opens, walk through it boldly. Don't hesitate, don't shrink back. The enemy will try to tell you that you are not qualified, that you are not good, enough that you don't deserve it. But let me tell you, if God opened the door, then you belong there. If God gave you the opportunity, then He has already equipped you for it. So don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt rob you of your blessing. Walk through that door with confidence, knowing that He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead. The door is about to open. Get ready, because God is about to do it exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ask or think. My friend, I want you to grasp this truth deep in your heart. God is not a God of unfinished stories. He is not a God who starts something and then abandons it halfway. If He has begun a good work in your life, He will bring it to completion. The waiting may be long, the path may be difficult, the trials may be overwhelming, but none of it is wasted. Every delay, every closed door, every battle is part of a greater plan that will unfold at the right time. You may feel like Joseph, thrown into a pit, betrayed by those closest to you, forgotten in a prison cell. But what you don't see is that the palace is ahead. The dreams God placed in your heart are not there by accident. The desires He has stirred within you are not just wishful thinking. They are a glimpse of the destiny He has prepared for you. And when the time is right, when God's perfect moment arrives, the prison doors will open, the chains will fall off, and you will step into what He has ordained. Do not let discouragement steal your faith. Do not let delays convince you that God has forgotten you. He has not forgotten. He has not overlooked you. The same God who called Moses from a burning bush, the same God who raised Lazarus from the dead, the same God who parted the Red Sea, is the God who is working in your life today. He is the God who opens doors that no man can shut, and when He moves, nothing in heaven or on earth can stop Him. Get ready, stay faithful, keep trusting, because the door is about to open, the blessing is about to come, the breakthrough is on its way. What God has spoken will come to pass. And when it does, you will look back and see that every step, every tear, every prayer was leading you to this very moment. Keep pressing on, keep believing, because your time is coming. And when it does, you will know this was not by accident. This was the hand of God, making a way where there was no way. Oh, open